Hello everyone, given it is New Year's Eve, I thought I would do my year in review. Basically, I'm going to rank all 9 games we played today and just rank them in order. I just want to put out a disclaimer, this is just my personal opinion. Just because I rank a game in a certain number does not mean you should too. I'm basically basing them off fun, enjoyment, challenge, hardness, storyline, fun. So just because I put a game in 9th position does not mean I recommend everyone does that. Everyone's going to be different based off personality and enjoyment. So this is just my personal opinion. I do not think everyone has to have the same order as me. I just want to point out the only reason why I didn't do this last New Year's Eve was because I only had one game up to completion and I just didn't think it was worth it filming for just the Saddle Club Willowbrook stables, and that's why they'll be included in this video. In 9th position, I am putting Barbie Race and Ride PlayStation. Do not get me wrong, this is a really great kids game, and if your kids do love horses and are getting into horses, I would definitely buy this for them, because it's a game where you just can't go wrong. There's no challenge to it, there's no hardness to it, there's no difficulty in it. It's never ending. You can always go back and redo, you know, the tracks and the races and the games. You know, it's never ending if you don't want it to be. But to me, there was just no challenge to it. You know, there wasn't like any choice, like you couldn't choose which direction you went in. You couldn't really personalize Barbie. You got a choice of 2 outfits and that was it. You got a choice of 4 horses and a couple of names. That was it. There's nothing to make it personal to you, I found. It is great that you get to relive each track, you know, in day and night, because I had to do that because I couldn't complete one of the challenges, and in order to unlock the secret ranch I had to go back and complete it. So it's great that you get the opportunity to do that. And there's nice little mini games, you know, you can bath your horse, you can feed your horse, you can groom your horse, and that has that little interaction for kids getting into horses and, you know, wanting to see what that's all about. But for me, in 9th position, I am putting Barbie Race and Ride PlayStation. In 8th position, I am putting Imagine Champion Rider Wii. To me, I just found I was doing the same thing over and over again. You know, I was doing a race, then I was going to fertilize a horse. Then I was doing a race, and then the fertilizer would fail, so you'd have to go out and do it again. There was just no difference to the storyline. It was just the same thing over and over again. I did like how there was a day and night cycle. That's definitely something I do like about games, you know, having that little break, you know, a new day has begun, let's start fresh. I do really like that about games. It was just, to me, there was nothing new each day, you know. You kind of got a hint what you were doing that day. You were going to fertilize a mare, and then you do a race, and the next day you're checking to see if the fertilizer was successful, which it wasn't, so you're going to do a race. You know, there's just no difference to the days. I kind of just knew what I was doing. I did like how the races got harder and more challenging. That is something great, you know, it gives you something to work off, and getting up different levels, that is excellent, and I love that about games. But to me, if there was a difference to the storyline and something new to do each day, I probably would have ranked it a bit higher. But for me, in 8th position, I'm putting Imagine Champion Rider Wii. In 7th position, I'm putting the Saddle Club Wii. To me, there just wasn't enough storyline to it. I just found that you were training and then you did a race and that was it. Yes, there were cute little mini games you could play, like, you know, getting the wild horses, cleaning up the rubbish, taking the photos, but to me that was just it. There just wasn't enough storyline to it. You know, there were like the nice little mini quests you could do, like, you know, getting the horses, the wild horses, and cleaning up the rubbish and feeding the horses in the wild and all that. But, you know, that just wasn't enough for me. I do think this is a great game for people getting into, I guess, horses. It's easy to follow, easy to understand. You can't really go wrong with it. So if you're definitely getting into horses and want to start playing horse games, I would definitely recommend the Saddle Club Wii. My only other criticism is I do wish the girls were voicing it. Like for Willowbrook Stables, they had the original cast voicing that one. This was out to promote season 3, and yet the voices just sounded too robot for me. Yet they probably were robot. So that was a really letdown for me because it just wasn't any connection to the TV series. Yes, it was based off, the location was based off the real Pine Hollow where it was filmed. But to me, because of that, that was a real letdown for me, not having the original cast and having that connection to the TV series. So for me, in 7th position, I'm putting the Saddle Club Wii. In 6th position, I'm putting Barbie Horse Adventures Mystery Ride. This is a really cute little mystery game for little little girls who I guess love Barbie, love horses. This game, again, you can't go wrong. There's no challenge to it, which makes it perfect for little girls getting into, you know, Barbie, computer games, or even horses. It's easy to follow, easy to understand. Again, you can't go wrong. You can't enter an area until you completed the task. So there is a little bit of challenge to that, but it's not too challenging that you need help for it. And I do love how you can always go back and redo quests, and the game is unique as well because you can dress Barbie in multiple clothing that of your choice. You can name your horse, choose your horse from the mane and the tail and to the colour, so everyone's game is going to be unique. And also every time you play the game it's going to be different based on the villain at the end. You know, you're not always going to have the same villain or same colour scarf or same colour hair, so everyone's game is going to be unique in that situation, and I really do like that about that, how everyone's game can have a surprise at the end. I do like how you get to decorate the winner's circle at the end with your own colours, your own flowers, so that's unique for you as well. So that's why in 6th position I'm putting Barbie Horse Adventures Mystery Ride. I am going to get so much hate for this one, but in 5th position I'm putting Horses Ranch Rescue PlayStation 2, and I know so many of you are going to be like, no, that was the best horse game in the world. No, there's no question. No, seriously, this is number one. You can't put it anywhere else. Not to me, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. It was just doing this again, doing the same thing over and over again. You were training, then you were racing. You were training, then you were racing, and that was kind of it. There was no extra to the storyline. Yes, there were the little mini games like the chickens and the sheep that you did in between, but that was sort of it. There was nothing different in between. This was the 3rd game I played, and I remember writing down, this is a really unique storyline. I haven't really heard it before. What a great idea for a storyline. And then I played 7 other games and I realized, uncle in a farm that's struggling. You know, it seems like everyone's uncle's farm is struggling these days. And I liked how at the races there was a little challenge to do, like, you know, when the snake was in your bag, you had to try to find your horse, or when Liam got kidnapped and you had to untie him. I thought that was a great little thing to do in between. It definitely broke the storyline up a little bit. But I just wish there was extra things to do between training and racing. And I do wish that you got to change your character's clothes and hair, just so it was unique for each person. So that was another thing that definitely let it down for me. I did like how the races got harder and they got longer. That was definitely something great. It was, you know, challenging and made you really focus on the game and work up your levels for skills. And that's why in 5th position I'm putting Horses Ranch Rescue PlayStation 2. In 4th position I'm putting Horses Tagline Taking the Reins. This is great that you have your own choice of what to do. You get to choose your own timetable and choose, you know, you want dressage here, show jumping here, cross country here, restroom here. My only criticism for this game is when you were choosing your timetable and there was an unavoidable storyline happening, I wish they would block that out and say, you know, restroom, unavoidable storyline happening. Because I would always schedule in, like, you know, my dressage because I need to improve on dressage. And I'd have a quest pop up and I'd be like, no, I need to do my training here. Why is this happening? So I wish that they would put that in. That way you would know that something was coming up. That's my only criticism for it. I liked how you got to change your character's hair and clothes, and you got to unlock different shops, talking to the other characters and getting to know them. You know, I did like the little adding quests. Yes, they were a surprise and they were challenging, they were fun. You know, when you had to get your horse back to the paddock for accreditation, I thought that was great. Or riding to the vet, that was definitely a bit of a challenge. Or looking in the girl's room because you think she's stolen something of yours. I did like that, and I thought they were great little adding quests. I do just wish they were marked off in the diary that you were doing them. I did think this was a really great plot twist. Like, I definitely did not see this one coming. I did have this game as a child, and obviously I did not see it coming because it was definitely a big surprise for me when it happened. But yes, it was a great storyline, great plot twist. And I do love everything about this game, and that's why in 4th position I'm putting Horses Taking the Reins. In 3rd position I'm putting My Horse and Me 2 PlayStation 2. I loved the little mini games that you got for doing a race. You got to unlock mini games. I loved them. I found them challenging as well, especially the ones how you had to push the ball through the poles and the bull riding one. I definitely found them challenging, and once I completed them I never wanted to do them again. They were so hard and challenging. It was the same storyline as Horses Ranch Rescue, you know, the struggling uncle on the farm. What made it different to me was personalizing your character. You know, you got to choose her name. Even though it wouldn't have been different in the video storylines, it would come up on the storyboard when you finish your races. And you got to change your character's hair, your character's clothes, your horse's name, making it unique to you. And that's what I really liked about it, how your character was personalized just for you. I will definitely recommend this to all of my horse friends, and even like people younger than me, because you know, it's fun for all ages. A really, really great horse game, and I definitely enjoyed it thoroughly. And what I liked it more than Horses Ranch Rescue was everything was in one area. Your training was in one area, the mini games were in one area, the stables were in one area, the horse float was all in one area. So you didn't have to worry about where you needed to be. It was all there in the one area. And I definitely liked how you unlocked certain things. Like in Horses Ranch Rescue, you just unlocked a horse. I liked how you got to unlock different items and videos and trophies. You got to see them. I definitely liked that. So for that reason, in third position, I'm putting My Horse and Me to PlayStation 2. In second position, I'm putting Barbie Horse Adventures Riding Camp Wii. I absolutely love this game. I love how there was always something to do that was new, and I have played this game multiple times, and I love how all the quests can be done in different orders. You don't have to do one quest and then it unlocks another, and that one unlocks another. That can be done in any order based on you. So I like how you had the freedom to do the quests as you please. I did find on the Wii it was a little bit harder, and I put down that the races got harder too, but I'm not sure if that's because I was on the Wii and it was definitely hard to maneuver. I do have this game in PlayStation 2, so I think I might play that next year, and come New Year's Eve next year, we can compare the two based on challenging and hardness. I did think the storyline was a little cute and really sweet. It was a great storyline about, you know, going to a riding camp with your friend. I liked how you got to dress Barbie up in the clothes of your choice, and, you know, same with the horses and all that. I definitely thought that was really, really cute and unique, and again, making each game unique. So for that reason, in second position, I'm putting Barbie Horse Adventures Riding Camp. I don't think anyone can complain when I say in first position I'm putting the Saddle Club Willowbrook Stables. This was a really great fun mystery game. I love how there was a day and night cycle, and I love how every day you just never knew what you were doing. One day you'd be at the church, one day you'd be at the mine, one day would be at the manor. You just never knew where each day would lead you. It all came as a big surprise based on the quests that you were doing. So unless you've played the game multiple times like me, you just never knew where you were going, and I really liked that. I like how there was things to do between each quest as well. Like if you saw butterflies, you could stop and collect them, and that would unlock puzzle pieces, which I have actually completed all 8 puzzle pieces. So if you would like to see a video of all 8 puzzle pieces, comment down below and I will be sure to post that in the future. I did like how that was a day and night cycle, and how, like, you know, you did have to take care of your horse and muck out the stall, brush them and feed them, or you would be penalized. I thought that's, you know, great, you know, showing a real reality of horses, you know, showing you must look after them. They're a big responsibility. I did love the jump to location. If you had the original Saddle Club Willowbrook Stables, you know it wouldn't have come with jump to location. That was something they updated in this version. It definitely made things a lot easier, because literally without it, I completed this game in 13 game days, but without jump to location I probably would have completed it in about 26. You know, it was just so impossible to go from your stables to the mine to the church to the manor and back home again. It was just so impossible, so I'm so thankful that they added jump to location. I love how there was just so much exploring to do. Like, every bit of the island was unique in its own way, and I love that how just everything had its own culture and liveness to it. My only criticism to this, and I think everyone who's played the game will agree, I do wish things were timed. Like, I do wish, you know, you had 3 minutes to go to the manor and, you know, find what you were looking for before Tom Penman popped up. That's my only criticism, and that would have made it a lot more adrenaline and heart racing and a lot more challenging for that sort of thing. And that's my absolute only criticism for this game, and that's why in first position I am putting the Saddle Club Willowbrook Stables. Well, that's all 9 games for this year, and I know everyone's game is going to be different because everyone has different opinions to me, and that's fine, everyone is unique. You can expect so many new games coming up in 2020, and now that I have my DS captured, you can expect some DS and Game Boy Advance gameplay, which I'm so looking forward to. I will have a link down in the description to my Facebook page which shows all the horse games I currently own. So by liking a photo shows me that you would like to see that gameplay happen, and I will definitely be sure to achieve that for this year. So I definitely want to have more personal interaction and see games that you would like me to play. So by liking a photo will show that you would like me to play that game next. I want to thank you all for supporting me through my first complete year on YouTube. So I will see you next New Year's Eve in the next video. Bye guys.